No man has gone before.
Star Trek has been breaking down barriers since the original series. The first interracial kiss on television made sure of that. And Star Trek Discovery is no different. Thanks to a heavily diverse cast, Disco is able to progress with Gene Roddenberry's vision, minus the miniskirts and bikinis.
First Star Trek series, we treated such things as mixed races aboard the spaceship, and whether women could be in charge of anything and so on. And when we shocked the audience by saying yes to those questions.
You're looking at a pie chart of all the main characters in Disco. It also includes the entire bridge crew, people who appear in almost every episode but generally only have one short line. But a bigger problem is the aliens. We have to take them out of the equation. The next problem is a character called Ash Tyler. Even though Shazad Latif is half Pakistani, some people might make the argument that he doesn't belong on the chart either. I think he does, but even without Ash, Disco is still 50-50. That's still too much for some people.
I'm a black woman that was raised in the South. Mm-hmm. So it did not surprise me because I'm used to that, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But it's a double-sided coin, right? Because on one end I wasn't surprised. On the other end I sort of was, because diversity and universality are, they're pillars.
Star Trek,
they're pillars of Star Trek. That is the legacy of it.
But they're going to have to get used to it because people of color have been killing it in Star Trek since the 1960s.
Thank you, fair maiden.
Sorry, neither.
I was pleased that in those days, when you couldn't get even blacks on television, that I not only had a black, but a black woman and a black officer. And that'll show them.
You'll have to excuse Gene's phrasing, but my point is that Star Trek has been about diversity and equality since the beginning.
Great affection I have for Asians and what they do and the important part they play in the world, and I just could not have a group of Earth people without including that great, one half or more of the Earth continents.
But Disco isn't only offering the racial representation we need on TV right now.
One.
I love you.
Depending on who you talk to, Star Trek has been gay since the beginning. It was the origin of slash fiction, but I won't get into that. Dr. Culber and Lieutenant Stamets are Star Trek's first gay couple, and I think that's a big deal. In addition to Culber and Stamets, we also see representation in Ash Tyler. Not only is he a male victim of rape, which is almost never talked about, let alone seen on TV, he has intense PTSD from his time as a prisoner of war. It's left him with nightmares and flashbacks. Along the theme of mental health, Lieutenant Saru comes from a planet where his species is constantly hunted. He's understandably quite anxious as a result, and often talks about being nervous. Despite this, he's proven himself a formidable opponent and an even better captain, and is the first of his species to join Starfleet. Cadet Tilly is a fan favorite for being nervous and awkward, but she's a little more vague than Saru or Ash Tyler.
They told me because of my special needs that I couldn't have a roommate, which was kind of a letdown because a roommate is like an automatic built-in friend, but then they told me that I was going to have a roommate, and so now I guess that's you. And
Star Trek Discovery is continuing Star Trek's themes of building bridges between worlds and races, and is a credit to its creators and the franchise.
I would hope there are bright young people growing up all the time who will bring to it levels and areas that were beyond me.